Northwest Syria has known almost 12 years of war, and two of the worst earthquakes to hit the region in a century have made the crisis so very much worse. Abu Ali survived the earthquakes. Like many of his fellow Syrians, it spurred him into action as he started providing practical support to the humanitarian teams.
My friends and I were shocked by the scale of the disaster and the massive damage it caused to our people. We started collecting money from our relatives and friends and set up this charity kitchen to help the people affected by the earthquake.
Many locals responded with their limited resources. Hundreds of people were already internally displaced, and now thousands are living in temporary shelters. Humanitarian teams were already struggling with the lack of funds, while civilians are still facing the impacts of the ongoing conflict, further complicating the humanitarian response.
We were displaced again by the earthquake. Our houses were destroyed. We left with only the clothes we are wearing and left all our money. We are now living in this shelter, 4 families in one tent. We don't know what to do anymore. The situation was already devastating, even before the earthquake. Now things are worse.
The UN responded days after the earthquake, leaving a huge gap which the NGOs tried to fill, while they themselves were severely affected by the disaster. They have been calling for immediate international intervention, as they have been responding since the first hour of the earthquake.
The Bab el-Hawa crossing with Turkey has been Syria's lifeline during the disaster. Syrian opposition has condemned the delay of UN aid to the affected areas and says it failed to meet the severity of the disaster.
Around 175 UN trucks have entered Bab el-Hawa crossing since the disaster began. This number entered on a daily basis even before the earthquake. Until today, we hadn't received any response relating to the earthquake, such as rescue teams or advanced tool for rescue operations. We haven't received even half of the aid that reached the Assad regime. Many lives could have been saved if we had proper support, and the UN knows that the area is already a disaster.
Syrians have been trying to survive through 12 years of war. Thousands more have been added to the already displaced, adding more trauma to an area and a people that's already long been traumatized. No Kormosh TRT World, Idlib, Syria.